meatloaf, homemade sauce for the meatloaf, fresh green beans with Italian stewed tomatoes. Man, we gotta taste it. We gotta taste it. Look at that. Bon appetit. Yeah. There it is. Show you how to make it. First, let's go ahead and make sure you preheat your oven. Preheat your oven to 375. 375? 370? Yeah, 375. There it is. All right, let's put our meatloaf together. This is what we're gonna need for the meatloaf. And remember, the measurements are always in the description. Yeah. All right, we have some lawry, some onion powder, and some black pepper right there. Let's get it all in there. We're gonna take our 2 beaten eggs already. Let's get that in there, and we just gonna mix it up. Get everything incorporated, just like that. Yeah. Make sure everything is touching everything. This is one of our bonding agents, so let's get that egg in there. Let's get our yellow onion and our bell pepper in there. This that flavor agent. So we're gonna mix that up just like we did with the eggs and the seasoning. So continue to make sure you mix it up until everything is well combined. Yeah. Here's our other bonding agent, our panko. Yeah. Panko breadcrumbs, baby. And like the last 2 times, we just gonna mix it until everything is combined and well incorporated. Yeah, let's just mix it. Let's just mix it and keep mixing it and keep mixing it. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about in just 1 minute. Look at that. Yeah. See, I can pick that whole, look at that whole thing up. Yeah. It's well combined. There we go. So now we're gonna start shaping it. You know, you wanna make sure you get your cracks out of it. See that crack at the top? We don't want that in there. Make sure you get your cracks out of there, because once it starts cooking, it's gonna cook with that crack. Your juice is gonna leak out, and we don't want that. So even if you gotta start making a big old ball out of it to seal the cracks, as such, there it is. That's what we gotta do. Make sure it's well combined and well together. That way, we won't have no cracks in our meatloaf. So, as you can see, I'm shaping it on a cutting board, which I should have put it in the pan. And then you can shape it in the pan, because we're putting it in the pan anyway. That's just me. I guess I'm showing out a little bit. We're not thinking one. It's one of the 2. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get it in the pan. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get it in the pan. As you can see, it holds very well. See, it's not falling apart. It's not breaking. None of that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, get it in the pan. And like I say, we just gonna shape it to the pan, to our loaf pan. So just mash down. Make sure everything is even. Make sure your corners are filled top to bottom, from bottom to top. And it's gonna look just like this right here. That's what you want. All the edges are filled, corners are filled. Make sure to wipe in the bottom. I set it on top of the cutting board while I was working with ground meat. So let's get that off of there. All right, now our oven is preheated. Let's go ahead and set our timer. Let's set our timer to 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. All right, let's get this thing in the oven. Now watch when it come out. It's gonna be looking scrumdiddlyumptious. Ain't that how they say that? Anyway, let's move on. Now we gotta make that sauce for it. We have to make that sauce for it. We got ketchup right there. And make sure we get all our ketchup. Waste not, want not. Let's get it all out of there. Let's get it all out of there. There it is. Get that ketchup out of there. All right, now we're gonna take our white vinegar. Get that in there. We're gonna take our Worcestershire sauce. Get that in there. We're gonna take our salt, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Get that in there. And we're gonna take our brown sugar. Get that in there. And that's a tablespoon and a half of brown sugar. And let's get that mixed up. Let's get it mixed up. Look how it's coming along. Look how it's coming along. And we're gonna add some beef broth. Just to thin it out a little bit and give it a little more flavor. Yeah. So let's mix that up till we get it a little more thinner. Don't want it too thick. Don't want it too thin. You want it just right. So you will win. Yeah. And just make sure we got it mixed just like that. Just that simple. Let's get it. All right. Our meatloaf. Let's go on and check on this. Get it out the oven. Look at that. Look at that. It ain't finished yet, but it's coming along. It's coming along. Yeah. Look at that. There we go. Our homemade sauce. We gonna take our homemade sauce and we just gonna cover this meatloaf. There we go. We're gonna cover it. And I'm just making sure I get all of the sauce on top of the meatloaf. And then I'm going to allow the sauce to seep through the sides so it'll sit at the bottom. Just clean a little mess up right there. You guys forgive me, I should have thrown my towel out of the frame, but I didn't. My fault. All right, back to the subject at hand. Let's just keep on making sure our meatloaf is well loved and well covered so it'll come out delicious like it's supposed to. Yeah. Alrighty. So as you can see, I got that sauce touching all over my meatloaf and I got it resting on the sides and the bottom. So we're gonna take the remainder of the sauce and go on and cover the meatloaf. But we ain't gonna spread it like the last time because we want our sauce to sit on top. So let's make sure we don't spread it to where our sauce is not sitting on top. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna pat it into shape, into cover. There we go. Yeah. So just pat our sauce to where we covering it. We're not brushing it, we're just patting it to fill any spots. There we go. Just like that. Come on now, look at him. All right. So he's still playing with it. Come on now. Come on. It's covered, bruh. It's covered. Boy, I tell you, this guy here. All right. Now, you gotta make it look pretty. Gotta make it look pretty. You know me. Put a little parsley on there. You know, a little parsley. Make it look pretty. Oh, look at that pretty meatloaf. About to go back in the oven. Boop, back in that boy. We still at 375. Now let's set this timer for 35. Dang, 35. Come on now, 35 minutes. And let's make that happen. Now let's go ahead and get on these green beans. Fresh green beans, I already cut them, I already washed them, so we don't have to go through that process. So I got me some water before I start boiling. I throw me a little salt in there. Now that our water is boiling, let's go ahead and get our green beans in there. And we're gonna boil them, I'll say for about 8 to 10 minutes. You know, come back, we're gonna stir them. And we're gonna check them, make sure they're getting soft. We don't want them completely cooked. You don't want them mushy because they're still gonna cook with your tomatoes. You just want them firm, like that. Ooh, yeah, that was a little hot. All right, just like that. So our green beans are ready. All right. Alright, so I got our green beans. I washed them, I cooled them so they'll stop cooking. We're gonna take a can of stewed Italian seasoned tomatoes. Let's get them in there, mix them all in. Make sure we get the juice. Don't pour your juice out now. Use the juice. Alrighty, now let's just get these mixed together. Get these mingling, incorporated. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alrighty. And with these as well, we're just going to season to taste. So we'll take some sea salt and season to taste, like I say. Season to taste, like I say. We're gonna take some black pepper. Season to taste. Season to taste. Yeah. And we're gonna mix that in. Let's get that mixed up. There we go. Come on now. Yeah. Boy, this gonna be a delicious meal. This gonna be a delicious meal. They're gonna love you for it. All right, now let's go ahead and get our green beans and Italian seasoned tomatoes back in our pan, our pot. Could have left them in the pot. I was just being extra. So you can leave them in the pot. You don't have to take them out to do that extra step. There it is. All right. Don't forget, can't forget that butter. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a tablespoon of butter in there. Hit the lid on it. Let it cook. Our meatloaf finished at 35 minutes up, and our meatloaf is finished. Got the house smelling all right. Look at that meatloaf. Yeah. There it is. All right now. That's a meatloaf right there, y'all. That's a meatloaf right there. Look at that. All right. Look at that, look at that. I'll let it rest for, say, about 7 to 10 minutes. So now, green beans and Italian tomatoes is ready. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into this meatloaf. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have made. You know it's delicious, because that's what we do over here on this channel, is make delicious food, baby. Just like that. Yeah. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know what we're doing, when we're doing it. That boy can cook, out the place, out your face. Till the next time, yeah, I'm gone. Them green beans taste. Let's see. Yeah, okay.